Hey, my name is September James, and I'm the Rest Retreats girl. And so, thank you for watching this video. I'm assuming you want to get some more information about what Rest Retreats is as a ministry and what the retreats themselves actually are. And so I'm just going to give you a little brief overview, hopefully not keep you for too long. And just know that the person that shared this with you is excited for you to learn about it. And I'm happy to answer any questions that I could answer for you as well. So my name is September James, and I live in a small town west of Fort Worth, Texas. And you'll hear more about how this came to be. Whenever you attend the Rest Retreats, I'll tell the testimony of it. But I will tell you, for those of you that don't know me, I am not the girl that would readily give up her phone and computer and voice for days to be in silence and actually pay to do it. So God chose me because I'm the least expected that would be leading these things. But we have been doing this since February of 2020. And as you know, that was a formative time and we didn't know what was about to hit us. And God has just used this to be such a very special healing experience for so many. So it began and continues to be at a special location in Texas that is so anointed with peace and calm and beauty. And but we also have in multiple locations. So I have the background here as a picture on that particular property in Texas. This is one area on the 39 acres that is this beautiful bridge that takes you through. There's a little gully. Can you tell I'm from Texas? It's a gully, a little gully that takes you from one side of the property to another. And it's just, to me, symbolic of inviting you to let this experience be a bridge between what it is you're going through now and the peace and the healing that can come from just spending some time alone with the Lord in quietness and silence. And so, speaking of the word alone, I love this term that I call it being alone together. So this is not a silence and solitude, although you will have moments of solitude as you choose event, but this is a silent retreat with multiple women on the property at one time. There are a couple options where you can have your room alone, but most of us are sharing a room with other women in silence. One person coined it as awkwardly amazing, but it is really great. For me, I have observed that it is very special to have this alone together experience because, as God does, He puts groups together in a really beautiful way. And he uses each of us and what we're going through to minister to one another, both in the intro and closing worship sessions and even in the silence, surprisingly enough. And so that's something special for you to experience. So just to give you a little overview of what's involved, it's very simply an intro session, a time of silence, and a closing session. The intro and closing sessions are worship. This is Christ-centered and non-denominational, but 100% Bible-based. And in the intro session, we have someone leading us in worship. I share a testimony about Rest Retreats and whatever word the Lord's given me for that particular group. And it's different every time. As I said, he does put groups together for special reasons. Of course, we eat together, and then we have time of prayer together into silence. We say amen, look up from that prayer, and silence begins. And depending upon the event you attend, it might be 23 hours of silence, or it might be 62 hours of silence, or somewhere in between. We have small ones, we have larger ones, longer silence ones, and we have different locations. So it does depend upon which one you attend. There are multiple options. I will tell you, if it makes you nervous or like scared, like, oh my gosh, what would I do for that long without talking? I will just tell you from personal experience, it is a lot more amazing than you would expect. And there is a lot more beauty and freedom and healing and joy in the fasting of communication with the world than someone like me knew. And so I want to invite you to experience it, to come to be alone with Jesus, to come away with him, and experience what it is to have a true rest, as Jesus speaks about in Matthew 11:28 through 30, which is our rest retreats verse. And thank you again for your interest. I look forward to answering any of your questions and seeing you at one of the next rest retreat events.